Alright, yo. We're back at it again.
Yes,
Check,
sir.
mic
You
check.
already know.
Live from the
Again.
718.
Come on now. Y2J Podcast. Not to be confused with Chris Jericho, but you already know we back at it again. It's your boy. It's our boy. Another boy. We back at it again. We're ready to talk some more. We got some new topics on the wheel for y'all. Man, what we looking at? What's it looking like?
It's looking like a good day to have a good day. You feel me?
Come on now.
Before we get into it, it's your boy Will.
Come on.
Will Fuse, aka we're not doing none of that. Alright. Kick it off to my co-host. How y'all feeling today, bro?
Chilling, bro. Can't complain. It's your boy Jeff, aka J.O. the Barber. Shameless plug, aka El Jefe. Glad to be with y'all again.
Come on, man. It's your boy Woo Fasa, Woo Sagi, whatever you want to call me, but don't call me that. All right, yo. You already know. But we here today, man. We got a good deal of topics ready to go. So we just ready to chop it up. We'll shot some more. So, well, what we looking at? What we looking like? What's
Man,
the wheel?
we got a good list of topics here, man. Y'all see it here, right?
Come on,
All
yeah.
right,
Come on.
we can get into it real quick.
Let's talk about it.
Let's run it. All right. In 3, in 2,
Let's go.
and 1.
Yeah.
I need a good one.
Ooh.
Siblings.
I must have jinxed it because I literally said I need a good one.
Come on.
I'm gonna let
Off
that
the
rock.
bat.
All right.
I'm rocking with that. Growing up.
Growing up.
Man, so much
I'll
you
let
can
that
say
rock.
about that.
Maybe I'm not spinning hard enough. Because what's going on
You don't
here?
want that one.
And we got.
Spinning.
I like
again.
that. There you go. Why is it going in
I don't
order?
know.
I'm starting to think this was rigged.
Fights.
Fights.
All right.
We out here fighting. We
I like
squabbling. We got
We got one more. I already got some stories for that
Come
one.
on, man.
And
Private versus public.
I know a lot of people gonna have some thoughts about
That could
this
mean
one.
anything at this point. All right, well, jeez, what we got? We got
right.
siblings, private versus public, fights, and
Growing up.
growing
Growing
up.
up.
Sheesh.
So
all right.
how y'all want to start this off? You want to go in order? Because to be honest, if we being real, when it comes to siblings, there's only 2 of us here that's going to relate.
Nah. It's 3 of us. It's 3 of us at
Nah, you
this
right,
point.
you right. I guess we can rock with that.
Blood don't necessarily make you related.
Mic drop.
Let's go.
What do you think, Jeff? As an older sibling,
Yeah.
what do you think? How's that been for you? Like, as an older brother of 3 brothers, you know, you get the first in the family, so you got to deal with the most. You get the eyes looked at you right off the bat. You basically kind of have to lead the wave. So what does that look like for you? What has that looked like for you growing up? And I guess reflecting on it now as an adult.
It's a good question. I think for me, being the oldest of 4 boys, I always felt the pressure on me to like live up to the expectations that my parents, church leaders, all that, you know, kind of put on top of me. So I felt like I could never make a mistake. I could never do wrong. People always looked at me. People was always following me. And I'm not perfect. Obviously, I did make my fair share of mistakes, and I still do. But being an older sibling, you're almost like the third parent, you know. So when your parents have to go out to work or they have to go out, period, you're the one that's, you know, the designated babysitter. You're helping with, you know, taking baths, putting babies to sleep, helping out with homework. And I did all that stuff growing up, and I still help out my brothers to this day. So the road never stops, really. I kind of feel like the older sibling having to take care of everybody. You kind of get prepped for it as the older sibling. Shout out to all of y'all that are older siblings. If you're the older sibling, you know, put a like in the chat box over there, you know. But that was my upbringing, you know. I had to take care of everybody. I had to make sure everybody was good. I think I'm still like that, you know, to this day. So those traits, those character traits, they never leave.
I pulled up and I said, forget all. Every mistake, I don't care about nothing, man. I'm coming in hot. That's how I came in as the second, bro. Nah, if it is true, like I felt like growing up, we would get like, I think my thing was that everybody would just compare us so much,
True,
bro.
true.
Like
That got annoying.
At least for me, like growing up, so we had like generally like a lot of the same. Well, we went to the same elementary school, so we had a lot of the same teachers, crossed a lot of paths with same faculty. So I came in and people just expected so much of me because Jeff was one way. They'd be like, "Oh, your brother is like this, so I hope you're like this." And I'd be like, "I'm not like that. I'm my own person. Get out of here, bro." So it was a lot of pushback. Like I feel like growing up, but I feel like then having like our other two brothers, it just became a trickle down effect. It just kind of, you assume that role of responsibility. Right. And I think it's necessary. I think it teaches you a lot that'll just lay the foundation of how you are in your adult life too. So I really do feel like, it made a difference. So I think, being an older sibling is tough, but I'm also a middle child. So for all my middle children out there, if you can resonate with that middle child syndrome, it's basically, you just in the clear, man. When there's other people in the mix, the eyes don't get looked on you as much. You can almost get away scot-free. I'm not gonna sit here and incriminate myself. I'm just saying what everybody else is thinking, bro. That's how I feel about the situation. But Will, how you feel? I mean, I guess just growing up, you're an only child, so how's that been like, growing up, maybe with friends or who were siblings, or even just growing up with us? How was that kind of like a different perspective for you?
Well, first and foremost, being the only child, you have the stigma of being spoiled. And that was the case until I got till I hit like my teens. After that, it dropped down dramatically. They say, you got to hit the block. Some would, want to debate on that
bro? You could lie to them. Don't lie to us.
Don't lie to me.
Listen. It wasn't as much as it used to be when I was a kid. That's what I mean, right? You ask for my opinion. You're
right. You my fault. I'm sorry.
Yo, roast him in the chat, y'all, because he's acting up right now. But nah, for real, being the only child was a blessing, or is a blessing. A lot of the tension's on you, and being the only boy on like the bigger side of my family, and just having a whole bunch of younger cousins, in the sense they were kind of like my siblings. Yeah. So I was kind of the prototype. Like, yo, you got to do this. Everyone telling me different ways to get something done, school, life, and so there was a lot of pressure on that end. But in terms of siblings, I'm grateful that I had met y'all, because y'all brothers blood wouldn't make us any closer. You feel me? Like blood don't make y'all siblings. There's more than that. But with that, it kind of gave me a sense of like support. Kind of just got me through life. You feel me? That's pretty much it. I never put too much thought into it. Being a sibling, only child. The only thing is when you have those conversations, people, oh, you only child? That's pretty cool. I'm like,
do you wish though that you had like siblings like growing up? Did that cross your mind like a lot?
Sometimes, but mainly as a kid. Like now as an adult, I kind of like my solitude. You feel me? Like I like my privacy. Like don't be in my space. Yeah. But as a kid, it was definitely like, all right, it would be nice to have someone play around. Like be cool with, have someone to joke around all the time. School was fun because I had my friends there. Then I ended up getting the pet, and that was it's whatever. But we made it. We still here. We the only one. That's big champs.
Nah, them days used to get tough. I remember in like high school. So when Jeff bounced to college, basically that role of responsibility just literally got passed right down to me, bro. I remember there would be like Saturdays, Sundays, so many weekends, bro, that I had to miss out on with my boys because I had to babysit, bro. It used to be the worst. I used to be in the crib looking at y'all. I'm like, damn, bro, y'all can't take care of yourselves, bro. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Yo,
it's interesting because growing up, we didn't, like, you would think with 4 boys we would fight a lot.
We was fighting.
There's just a lot of testosterone in the building, but we didn't fight. We didn't fight a lot. We definitely did it because we were big WWE fans. So we did a lot of like ladder matches,
wrestling,
Money in the Bank. Like we would do that at the house, and we would always wrestle like that. So that was cool. But we never actually like had beef as brothers, which I always appreciated. So I still have a wonderful relationship with all my brothers in very different ways. But I'm glad that we were the sibling group that we didn't fight a lot. We didn't get into a lot of problems. We didn't cause our parents a lot of problems because they put the fear of God in us. So we did our best to make sure that we represented them and we represented us to the best of our ability. And I think so far, it worked out.
2 points I want to touch on now. One, I was working with these 2 brothers. They worked in the same place. Like, at my current employer. and what's it called? They were completely two different opposites. Like
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
just one was this guy and the other one was completely opposite. And I remember one got fired. And the other brother started making fun of him for it. And I'm like, yo, y'all brothers. I said, why you putting ass on him? And it was a long story, but I was like, that's just crazy. But what I want to touch on, being that I grew up with no siblings, right?
Yeah,
I do remember we used to be in your crib with Sway. Y'all gonna see him soon. And what's
Sway.
it called? And LeBron being the youngest one, we should just mess around with him all the time. And there was one time we was wrestling. We used to watch Fight Club, and for whatever reason, we would try to do kickboxing on each other. And LeBron would just be in the way. We just like, we just throw him or mess around with him. And there was one time I remember he got hurt, and Josh and I started panicking. Cause you was there and we said, yo, bro, stop. Yo, bro, stop playing. And your moms ended up coming into the room and was like, yo, is everything okay? We're like, yo, we were playing around too much. And I'll never forget, she gave us that look and I never wanted to mess around again. I said, all right.
But it builds character though, not for nothing. Being like a younger, like in the mix, and which I felt like we're kind of was our dynamic in our friend group too. It was kind of like Jeff and then Mike were like our older, like, and then they would kind of look down on us and we was doing like all the stupid stuff. So I don't know, it does build like a lot of character just getting into a little bit of trouble, as a sibling. But it's always good to have like, that group of people that's always there to check you when you're wrong. And, it's always coming from a place of love. So
Thanks.
Shout out siblings, man. It's important to have some siblings, I love it, man.
If you got a sibling right now, make sure you reach out to them. Send them some love. Send them a text. Give them a phone call. Show them some love.
And if you and your sibling got beef, fix that, man.
So I don't know nothing about public school, right? I'm getting it started off right now.
Tread lightly on that public school talk.
Be careful.
Nah, I know. I'm gonna be careful. I'm be careful here, right?
Careful.
But check it. I grew up going to mainly private schools. I had the blessing of doing so. And I used to think there was a big difference in how public schools were ran versus private versus public schools, how they were ran differently, right? For lack of better words, one was ghetto, one wasn't. Mm-hmm. But that's we all know that's a complete
the picture
lie.
they paint. You feel me? How crazy that is.
But that's not me though. I blame the NYC culture. Let's get that straight.
Same.
But nah, man. I think I kind of wish now I went to public school versus private school. Private school gave me more of the order and structure. Mm-hmm. But like life skills, that's what you get that in public school or somewhere else, right? In life, the streets, public school, kind of all aligned.
That's true.
Private school is very I wouldn't say coddled, but
a little bit like you said, structure. Like
too structured.
That structure, yeah.
And there's benefits. There's pros and cons to all things and the types of education that you get. But because even in private school, I had to fight for my life in there too, so it wasn't like no different.
And it wasn't no regular like private school, especially high school. So all boys high school, man, that's crazy.
Honestly, we building up.
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, I mean, so for us, I would say like our public school that we went to. So we went to public school, elementary, middle school. I didn't go to the same middle school as Jeff, but we did go to the same elementary school. Not for nothing though, there was a great deal of structure within that public school.
Yeah,
still uniform, like every single day, shirt and tie. Like they really set like a different standard on how we kind of perceive like education moving forward. So I feel like maybe it just depends on the type of public school that you go to. Like there is like that kind of like stigma sometimes where it feels like the private school is just a better opportunity, better institution, whatever the case may be. But I enjoyed like our public school for what it was worth. I really did think that there was a certain structure that they set very, very early in our lives that we were able to follow all the way through and through. So my personal take.
Yeah, if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely go private. I wish I would have went private like throughout my whole entire education career. I did it K through 8, and then I went to private school from 9 through 12. But I think elementary school, I just didn't like the fact that you could see there was a lot of students who really didn't care, and there was really no incentive for them to care because they weren't paying for their education. So they would come to school, BS all day, go back home, come back, do it again, and it stopped everybody else from like learning and having a good time. And I was that student. Like I enjoyed going to school, I enjoyed being in my books, I enjoyed connecting with friends, having fun, but I actually loved the education part. So I felt like I was always at a hindrance at some point in public school because I couldn't get the education fully and like grasp it to the way that I wanted it because my environment didn't necessarily allow it. But once I went to Mount, and once I went to private school with a high school, that automatically changed, which was also my choice. Like I chose to go to Mount. It gave me a college feel, and I love the structure. I love the discipline. It was a wonderful experience, and if I could do it again, I absolutely would. I probably wouldn't do it all boys though. I probably would go co-ed, because guys is crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Them locker rooms and bathrooms, different story. But we won't talk about that right now.
Pause. But I'm gonna have to stop right there. We're gonna put a fork in this road right now because Jeff segued into that. He did it all right, but it was a bumpy road there. Bro.
Don't watch that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like my personal take. Like, I felt like public school, private school. Honestly, they were both like the same thing to me. I really feel like it just depends on like the students. They really make up like the school, right? So it depends on like the students that you're really dealing with, bro. There used to be dudes in public school literally come to school. Nothing in their book bag, bro. They just literally nothing in their book bag, not prepared for the day. Same thing in Catholic school, right? It was the same exact thing, but it all made for like good entertainment though, not for nothing. Like, so I think it was a little bit of both on both sides, but definitely that it just goes down to that structure. Like every school kind of sets like a precedent on like what they want, and I feel like private school really because your parents are also paying for it, so that changes the whole game right there. Like once your parents are like paying for you to go to school, you really got to start switching your mindset. Like, damn, I can't really be afford to be messing around in here, even though it happens plenty of times.
Shout out to my Bronx Catholic High School.
Come on, shout out to all the Catholic in the building.
Talking Hayes, Ohio.
Nah, forget Hayes.
Let's
talk about Hayes.
All of them, you gotta include them, bro. 'Cause we all fall under the same umbrella.
About that
St.
Hayes
Raymond's.
joint.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, nah. It's a different breed, bro. Bronx Catholic School. Anybody who's listening to this, y'all can resonate with just how them Catholic schools were. If it was more, I thought it was more of like a public school feel, in my opinion. But
it 100% was like a public school because I remember
big ass public.
There was one time that it was freshman year. God knows why we was 14 fighting each other on different floors. Bro, we would meet each other on different. If you was on this floor on the third floor and you were on the second floor, then y'all had beef.
Shout out to your school had gang wars, bro. within the class.
It's terrible, yo.
Bro, I remember one time I was walking down the steps and I saw with someone else and they knew I was from the second floor. They said, "Yo, what you doing over here?" I said, "Oh shit." I was caught lacking by myself. I had to book it.
Nah, bro. Yeah, you really have to watch out, bro. Getting jumped by your own schoolmates is a humbling feeling, bro. It really incites that feeling of fear and adventure. But nah, man, school in general though was a good experience. I think just in New York City, like I feel like there ain't no like TV shows like about like New York City, like we always see like these coming of age like school stories about like West Bubba in California and places that we don't even resonate with, bro. I think we need like an authentic like New York City TV show about like school, like coming of age. Like I think the streets need that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, Netflix, send the contract right now. We used to terrorize that area. Like we got out of school, the 16 bus would be packed. All the streets would be screaming.
Yeah, it was just bad. That's what I'm saying. It really don't feel like there was no like major difference, bro. Like we was all just active every single day. And if your school had freshman Friday, like it wasn't no different to me. Like I thought all that was like done once we got to Catholic school. Nah, they was like, no, it's up for y'all freshmen once you got set foot on this campus, bro. Ah man, I don't know. I think it was worse. But I think even better, the social media during that time, during like yeah, man. Y'all know. We don't have to get into that. But I just wanted to touch on that real quick. But social media, if you was in them schools, 2010 to like 14, it's true.
Every high school either knew each other at some form, and those parties, bro. Yeah. Remember the high school parties and all that time, bro?
Fun fact, we couldn't even have no parties on our campus. That's how strict like it was in our school. Like there was no parties. But you know what? They be having parties now, bro, which is wild. Yeah, our little brother goes to the same exact school we went to. They're mad, like clear cut and pristine, down by the book. They be following the rules. Kids don't even be getting kicked out like that. I'm like, bro, you sound like you having a horrible time.
Which is wild because I remember at Mount, if you got into a fight, it was an automatic suspension. Right. Whether you started it or finished it, you was automatically getting suspended. In public school, you have a fight, yeah, you get suspended, but they suspension is you get locked up in a classroom all day or for a week. You come right back to the regular classroom, act up again.
In my middle school, we never had like out of school suspension. It was in school suspension, and we had to go to this room called the reflection room. Had to sit and reflect on all the bad things you've done, and then you got mad packets, bro. School is funny, bro. But
next one, fights.
Ooh, let's get that segue.
Back to Mel. Right? There was times, and y'all know, all the real rights know, when there was a fight, you hear about it.
Yeah.
And the fights was never even, never fair. It was always someone real big versus someone real scrawny. And listen, I know strength don't win fights, but strength was winning them fights back then, my boy.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, when was the last fight y'all had? Like, do y'all remember the very last time y'all ever like threw hands with somebody? I can tell you right now, it was 8th grade for me.
Nah, it was third, 4th grade. That was my one and only.
Nah, for me, it was definitely it was a mount, of course.
Yeah.
I remember in Mount, right? It was around the era of the Blackberries. And then we was chatting in the morning in the lunchroom, and I forgot what we was talking about. And you know how you know where this is going. So I had,
before he continues, just want to let you know, ain't nothing my fault. Like I'm just a mere spectator to all this. All right,
so that's just a disclaimer.
Go ahead, continue.
I'm gonna look into the camera with this one because now you got me started. I forgot about that, and you just reminded me. But what's it called? So I got my BlackBerry, right? And you know, back then, people you was cuffing, you put your shorty as your wallpaper and all that.
I had in the club.
Yeah. Give me $20. But I had my girl at the time with my wallpaper, and someone came by. I forgot how it got so wild and why it got so like rowdy. But he said something about the wallpaper. I said she's muck. He violated somehow, and the dude knew her too. You know what I'm talking about. But he's not naming. We're not name dropping. We're not doing that.
Tough. You know.
But if you know who you are, though, bro. Don't let me just see you in the Bronx. But out of nowhere, he said something. I just launched over the lunch table and just started fighting, bro. And I had looked to Jeremy. I had my phone in my hand. I said, "Yo, Jerm." I remember clear as day, bro. You can't tell me otherwise. I threw my phone at him. I said, "Yo, bro, hold that."
I ain't hear
and the dude was running towards. These are the lunch tables are like this, right? Mm-hmm. So the lunch tables go row by row, and then all the way in the back are the vending machines. So I'm over here in the front. I toss my phone and say, "Yo, Jerm, hold that." I start running towards the vending machines because bro's trying to run away from me. I run at him, tackle him through the vending machine. We fighting. And I come back after all that mess, and I go, "Yo, Jerm, with my phone." He goes, "What phone?" I said, "What do you mean, what phone?"
What phone? That's petty.
And guess what? I had no phone that whole day from the morning till I left.
Did you get it back?
No. To this day, I'm wondering who has that phone.
Somebody got that. Yeah. Somebody enjoyed that. But I ain't never seen that. I ain't even hear you say, "Here, whatever, bro." Be mindful of your surroundings, everybody. That's what I guess the message of this story is. But nah, that is crazy though. But nah, I don't know, man. I feel like fighting, at least fighting in this day and age, bro. What are we doing, y'all? Like at this point, you too big at this big age, bro. You really want to fight? Like, you know, people be pressing charges, assault charges. Like, don't be fighting out here, bro. I seen one time I was on my way to work like 2 years ago. 7 a.m. at Parkchester, bro. These two dudes just started scrapping. I don't know what about. But I tell you what, though. I'll tell you right now. 7 o'clock is too early for adults to be fighting. There is nothing, bro. You can be, so many things get me tight in this world, but nothing's gonna get me that tight at 7 o'clock to fight you, bro. Like bro, it just can't happen, man. I gotta use physical force to get. Nah, bro. It's just not happening, bro.
We have this topic of fights, and I'm gonna put this video on the screen.
Imagine getting punched in your face right now, bro.
You gonna feel that in the morning, yo.
You gonna be tight tomorrow, bro.
Bro, imagine being this guy, bro. Just watch this real quick.
Who that?
Oh, nah.
See, he too much, bro. I'm already, yo, bro, just go sit down, bro. We can talk about this. I believe you, bro.
Thanks.
I really do.
I bet you it was wild early in the morning too. He's a New Yorker for real, for real.
Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
he's a New Yorker for real.
Oh, his son got out the way. He knows what's coming. He's let me move.
Yo, wow.
Nah, it's over for him.
Minutes.
2023 and on, we're not fighting no more. See this? See this right here? 911. That's what's happening. I'm not doing it with y'all.
I hope you got lawyer fees, yo.
All right, so now it's confirmed. If anything's going on, that see something, say something. Jeremy's gonna be the first one.
Nah, okay, wait. Within reason, though.
Hey.
If somebody decks you, right, like, if you gotta defend yourself or defend somebody else, that's a whole different story. But like, as far as like speaking confrontation that may lead to violence, like, I just feel like we could fix things with a simple conversation. I just feel like that's the point I'm at in life right now, bro. Like,
where you at in life, right? It's not where everybody else at in life.
True.
And
That's
the
why
world
I'm
we
not
living in
everybody.
right now is real shiesty. And to all the youngins, stop going crazy. I say y'all wilding out beyond words.
Bro.
I'm scared of y'all now at this point. Like, there's no reason for me to be scared of the younger generation. They're not fighting, bro. They got weapons and doing stuff that I'm beyond my comprehension.
No, you're right. Nobody's using their hands no more. Everybody want to pull out a tool as soon as something get crazy.
Y'all know where I work. I work, up where it's not New York. And
Don't watch that.
and what's it called? We're not leaking none of that here. And there was these kids that was fighting the Zoomies manager. I'm walking by, bro. I'm walking by the floor, bro. I'm walking right outside, going on my lunch. I'm about to go get some food. And I hear screaming. I look inside Zoomies, and I see 4 kids just punching and pulling.
That's crazy.
Manager's shirt. And he's like, yo, please help me. Somebody, bro. I just felt so bad. I wanted to walk by and jump in, but I was like, this ain't my fight. I gotta keep it pushing.
yeah, bro, that's rough too. Yeah, how do y'all feel when y'all see like a situation like escalating and maybe like somebody that's like in the situation like maybe can't like defend themselves or like whatever the case may be? Are y'all like the type of people to like hop in and like try and like, yo, chill, like that, or it's like, nah, let me mind my business, because if I get decked now it's an issue. Like,
I think I'm the type of person to jump in only because I don't really like to see, and I saw this a lot growing up. I don't like to see people get bullied that can't defend themselves. Like that grinds my gears. Like I can't sit there and watch. Like if you can't defend yourself, like I got you. And if I gotta take this L, I'm gonna take this L with pride. But I don't like seeing people getting bullied that can't defend themselves. Like, it's just it don't sit well with my spirit, because then I'm gonna go home and think about it. Like that could have helped this person. You know what I mean?
see, I feel that, but like if we both go home with a black eye, who's that gonna help, bro? Like,
True.
You got washed, I got washed.
we lose. We gotta put some points up on the scoreboard now. Nah, to be honest, I'm not jumping in.
Hey man, stop the violence, man. Ain't no need to be fighting at this stage of yours in this life, man. Just go to sleep, bro.
We'll return after these messages.
Growing up, y'all. Where do you even start with growing up, bro? Damn, like time be flying, bro. That's really what I got to say about that, bro. Time be just flying. Like, what the hell? Like, I really be thinking about how, like, just yesterday, and it's crazy because Freya's mom used to tell us all the time, bro. I swear she would tell us like every week, like, yo, enjoy this, like, enjoy whatever y'all got going on right now, because soon y'all gonna be paying bills, y'all gonna be doing this, y'all gonna be doing that, and y'all not gonna be having as much fun.
Yeah. And she was absolutely right.
She was dead serious, bro.
She was absolutely right.
100% right, bro. That's really crazy. Yeah. I don't know. Growing up, I don't know. I feel like I'm enjoying like adulthood for what it is right now. Like, of course, like, you know, when you're young, you think about like the freedom. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have my own money. Like, I'm gonna be able to do this. I'm gonna be able to do that. I having that much fun. I'm having fun. I'm not having that much fun though. Like I don't know what the fun part's supposed to get. I guess it really is all what you make it at the end of the day. But damn, we live in the most like expensive time in like history right now. Who would have guessed? And you got a lot of these older heads be. I don't know, man. I'm tired, bro. I just be wanting to go to sleep.
I saw a tweet the other day that it was like why we had to grow up in the hardest times of life. And I feel like that's what it sums it up to, right? Because back then, I feel like after you graduated from high school, and maybe like up to 2016, I feel like a lot of people could relate to this. After 2016, shit went left.
Yeah.
Like everything just went like bad too. From everything in the world to money to this to that. But yeah, my mom's always used to say cherish those times, and I found myself reflecting on those times now. Yeah. Because growing up, you really had to, it's either you did it or you didn't. And shout out to my moms and all our collective mothers that kind of really made our upbringing such an amazing thing. From vacations to trips to all of that. Because now it's like, damn, I gotta spend money on my food, or am I going on these trips? Like, granted, you just gotta get to it regardless. But
absolutely.
I miss those times, man. We used to have a lot of fun.
We spent a lot of time together. The five of us, missing Mike and Josh. You'll see them soon. But the five of us, we used to be together like every day after school. And for a lot of us, outside of the three of us, we didn't go to school together. So, we didn't go to the same school. So we would always link up like after school, Friday nights, on the weekends. So we spent basically every single day together. Yeah,
bro. Like our boy Sway would literally like get out of school, and he got out earlier than us, and he would go to like our house and wait for us to get there. Like that's like how really like we was doing it growing up, bro. Like yeah, man, it was fun. It was just so much fun, man.
Yeah, I miss those moments. I miss that accessibility to everyone, just being able to be like, oh, I'm just coming to your crib today. Like no questions asked. I don't even have to ask. I could just come through. Now we can't do that, anymore because we got life.
Yeah, you got to really like check people's schedules, bro. It's really like, yo, bro, I can squeeze you in maybe Wednesday at this time, but then I got to go to sleep because I got to be up early tomorrow. So maybe like we could. Yeah, it's too much of that, man. It's tough, bro. It's just tough, man. I'm not gonna lie. But not for all that to say though, like I think I always like think about how like growing up, I'm very grateful for the like time that we did grow up in. Like I feel like when we were young, like especially like in our youth, like I feel like we really just cared about really having fun. We weren't on like some crazy timing, like we weren't out here bugging. We were just really out here just having mad fun, like literally just doing whatever, bro, just anywhere. Be all over the Bronx, be all over Manhattan, just mad lost, not knowing where we were, but we was just like, yo, if we all together, bro, we having a blast. Like it don't even matter. Yeah, it was cool. And I'm glad we got like that like balance of like, growing up on the not so like heavily like social media like part of our childhood. Like, I feel like, obviously we were kind of like the test dummies for social media. We grew up like throughout every single stage to where it's become now. But for the most part, our childhood was really like everybody was outside, bro. Like we really we lived to be outside. Like, and I'm really glad we didn't have like that heavy reliance on like technology like so much like until maybe like our teenage years when it started formulating, MySpace, AIM, all that good stuff. But I really like am grateful that we had like that desire to just be outdoors and like just go get it outside and do whatever. So,
but I feel like it may not be on the topic of growing up, but I feel like, and we touched on this maybe the first or second episode, but yeah, they're not outside the way we were, but I feel like there's a shift now that they're getting outside and doing things, but for the sake of having a camera in their hand. Yeah. So it's not the same, but it's like you gotta give and take, right? Yeah. Like, would you rather than be inside being stuck in their own ways? Like, I remember after pandemic, that's another thing too. Growing up these days is probably a lot harder than it was for us.
True. Yeah.
Imagine going through all that. We're not gonna get political on here, but imagine going through all that and still having to live a normal life. So I get it. Yeah. So now they're outside, but now it's everything with a camera because vlogs and this and content and all this other stuff. And it's cool, but I'm glad we grew up without social media. Yeah.
We grew up, I feel like, during like when viralness, I remember like the first big like viral thing to me, or I guess most people at that time, like Soulja Boy. Like I remember when he dropped and like that was like the big like viral thing like across the nation. So it's like we got a chance to like get like the early stages of like that viral stuff, but it wasn't so much that we wanted to be viral. Like we just knew it was happening. Like we were witnessing like other people be viral. Same thing with like Vine. Like we were just making Vines and stuff, like having fun, not knowing that like half the people we were watching, we could have just sat and did the same thing and ended up, we didn't know what social media would become when like all that was still popping. But we were literally just doing that stuff just to have fun at the end of the day. So I miss that aspect of growing up when like we were on the socials, but it wasn't like we were trying to like chase the bag or we was trying to get noticed or we were looking for a quick like clip to get viral. We was literally just doing stuff and be like, yo, everybody else doing it, so we could do it too, like that. And we was just having fun, man. So yeah, good balance. Definitely good balance, bro. I don't know what these new kids be on, man. Weird stuff.
It's all IG. And
not to sound like a hater.
Nonsense. You sound like an
old headed hater, man. I don't want to be that guy, bro.
I feel like now everything is for clout, it's for clicks, it's for likes, it's to get the bag. And I think all of that is fine and dandy, but I think a lot of people, they lose themselves in that. And this is why like I don't really take a lot of social media influencers too seriously. Because, social media, you have to portray this image that everything is perfect and everything is going well. And a lot of people don't show the real stuff of what's actually happening in their life.
Almost never do.
So you get wrapped up in that and thinking that you have to have the perfect post or you have to have the perfect picture, the perfect video, the perfect family. And there's just no such thing as that. So I do feel bad for this generation because I don't feel like they get a chance to be as outside as we were. But we also didn't have the influence of social, like we had the influence of social media, but it wasn't so strong that we lived our lives according to what this person posted or, I have to post this or I have to, you know what I mean? Like I got to be flashy for the gram. Like, we was just outside having a good time and we enjoyed it. And it's crazy because we all had cameras too. Unfortunately, like the pixels and all that stuff wasn't the greatest. We didn't have the greatest cameras like we do now, but we had cameras on our phone and we rarely, used them. We used a lot of the social media apps, if anything. So I just feel like, I wish that this generation would get back to a place where like you could be outside and actually enjoy being outside, hanging out with people at each other's cribs, sleepovers, going to travel, all the stuff that we did growing up that made our bond tighter. Like I wish you all got a chance to do that as well, and hopefully y'all do. Who knows?
Yeah, man. Nah, be in front of the camera. Like I be thinking about you be seeing them like get ready with me videos, bro. Like every time I be seeing them, and I just imagine like. People really gotta set up their camera and like fake get out of bed. Like that joke is so funny to me, bro. Like set up your camera and you really yawning, bro. You're not yawning, bro. Come on. I be thinking about this all the time, bro. It be killing me, bro.
Nah, you know what kills me though is the people that get on social media and they be like crying or bawling in tears.
Bro, don't be crying.
Like why we don't have to watch this, bro. Like not everything's for social media. Y'all don't have to show us this. We understand. We human beings. We got emotions too. But for you to like post all of this on the gram, like come
chill
on,
with the
y'all.
crying on the gram. Yeah.
It's a bit much. It's a bit no shade, but it's a bit much. Like come on now. Let's be serious here.
I got a lot to say on that, but that's gonna diverge from growing up, so I'm gonna keep it there. We save my thoughts for the next episode.
Got you.
But
that's jokes.
Yeah, no, man. We still young, but we got a lot of life to live.
We getting old, man.
Nah, we're not getting okay.
Getting older.
We definitely
time has
older.
passed.
We getting older. We definitely getting older. We pushing 30, yo.
Wow.
We pushing 30.
Nah, real shit. That means we gotta live more life and start traveling way more places.
Absolutely.
30 is crazy.
And we had this
bro.
conversation with bro. Like it don't matter your age. You could be the most
true.
lively person
Yes.
no matter
That's
what's
true.
going on.
That is true.
Yes.
Damn. 30?
Bro,
When you think about
30
it-
or not 30, 40, like we know this goat right over here
Yeah.
traveling the world, stamp
Facts.
his passport.
Nah. I'm not knocking like the age or nothing. It's just like a realization thing. It's like, damn, bro, like
Yeah.
we really been out here damn near 30 years doing this, bro. This is kind of crazy,
Let me see
bro.
if I can find the throwback,
Sheesh.
the picture that was taken on the
man.
gravity.
It really feel like yesterday, man. Just waking up to go to the bus 6 a.m, man.
I look at a lot of our
30.
old pictures, all the Sweet 16s that we did,
Sheesh, bro.
the parties that we used to go
16s.
to, all the church events that we had, football games,
Bro.
everything. Like, I look at the pictures, our trips to the Poconos during Columbus Day weekend. Like,
I feel like we had a lot of energy too.
we
at
did.
that.
Well, not me.
I mean, maybe it's because we were in more of like a routine now. Like, and I feel like that's what hurts. Not like hurts, but like it definitely hinders a lot of people from doing what
Legendary. We need that.
Yeah,
That's
come
the
on
legendary
now. We're going to blow that up for y'all.
Yeah,
But like,
that's a good one. That's a good
This is a
one.
legendary picture right
I'm
here.
gonna tell you where we was at, but we was outside though. But yeah, being stuck in a routine, I feel like, just kind of like that, going to work, go home, going to work, go home, going to work, go home. It's like almost sometimes people don't really have anything else to expect or like look forward to. Like, so, I feel like when we were young, even though we were in that routine of school, we still had that like energy, that youthful energy that we was just really like, man, it don't matter. We can go outside till like 10 o'clock at night and we don't care because we can just do that. But I feel like that shouldn't, you're right. You're absolutely right. That shouldn't go away the older you get. Like, I feel like there's something like good about preserving like that inner child that you have, like, still doing things that you want to do to make you happy. Like, so when you see people like 45, 50 still playing video games, good. Like, you should do that. Like, still do the things that brought you joy as a youngin'.
For sure.
And continue on that in your life, because you really do only have one life to live. So you should continue to make those efforts to stay youthful and stay like happy, and like not because of let your age like be the hindrance of everything in your life. A lot of people like to associate that age things with like, oh, nah, you got to be more serious. Like, you got to like do that. Why? Do whatever you want, bro. Like, it's your life.
It's your life.
Who's gonna tell you what? Like,
That's
who's
a
gonna
fact.
tell you what, man? Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, that's what I think and I think that we're doing a good job if we, say so ourselves, like trying to make sure we hold on to that youth, and we like, having fun still. Like, it feels like when we're together, like nothing ever changes, bro. Like, it just feels like we just really step into like that 12-year-old self, and we just be having a blast. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that. Stay young, my friends, for real.
Now it's time for
Fact or cap? New York City has more pigeons than people.
I want to say that's cap, but a part of me also feels like it's probably facts. I'm gonna go with cap though.
New York City, so all the boroughs.
All the boroughs. New York City. City.
Has more pigeons than people.
More pigeons than people.
Yeah, that's cap. I feel like there's more people.
I'm gonna take a stab in the dark, and I'm gonna say that's a fact. I'm gonna say there's definitely, cause I be seeing mad pigeons, bro. The pigeons be out here, bro. So I don't know. There's mad people that live in New York City too, though. You gotta think about that. But damn, I'm gonna say that's a fact. I believe there's mad pigeons in New York City, probably more than the people out here.
All right, so
Drum roll.
the answer is hit the cue the drum roll, and the answer is it's a fact.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's a fact. So
Birds be flocking.
and here's the two answers to that. So at the lowest counts, the estimates are around 500,000, right? But there's other research that shows one pigeon per person.
Oh,
Which means approximately there's 9 million pigeons in the city and counting. And to double back on that, as of 2021, they should update this. Why is it not updated? But there's 8.4 million people that live in New York City.
sheesh. See, I know there's mad pigeons because there be mad in my car every day. Hands up, man. It's been a great episode, man. We had some fun topics. Talked about a lot of good stuff today, man. Learned about a little something about the nature in the city as well, too. The birds be out there, too. Figuratively. Whatever. But, gentlemen, y'all got any closing words for the people today?
Thank y'all for joining us. We're gonna catch you on the next episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this one.
Remember, aggravated assault. Listen, man, don't get caught up on a Friday either. Worth the bees is nice. Y'all know about the bookings, bro. You will be there all weekend.
Don't get booked on Friday. Closing words, man. Yo, stay safe. It's dangerous out there. Y'all youngins headed to the world. Life is not that serious.
Take it easy.
That pissed off. I promise you. all the youngers watching this, enjoy your youth. Don't look at us like we punks. None of that. We not.
We
feel
are,
me?
but
Back. And lastly, safety always, man.
Facts. Safety.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, if I see these TikToks, you better like, comment, subscribe,
Come
share
on
that
now, the
out.
whole
Post
nine.
on your IG stories. Y'all be sharing future videos. Like he gonna see that. He's not gonna see that, but we will though.
We
So
will.
Make sure y'all share that.
All right, y'all. We signing off. Good to see y'all. We'll catch y'all next episode.
Peace.